All right, Shalom Israel. Giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, great millstone. My salutations to the brothers teaching word for the hopeful elect, soon to be the elect, most high will. To the hopeful extended elect, Shalom, blessings. Quick script, man. Proverbs 16:25. There's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. So, this philosophical world of America, they believe in a lot of stuff, a lot of ill stuff that seems right into them. That love doctrine, that, no one can judge me doctrine, that Jesus juice, all these seem right to them. All come together. God so loved the world, Most High got them in a trick bag pretty much, and basically all that is not biblical, and people, how hypocritical American minded people are, Everybody hates their neighbor, but they say love their neighbor, Like I said, you can live in a apartment building with 100 people in there and nobody knows each other, And everybody got fake smiles and all that. But they preach love and preach Jesus. These Christians, the Hebrew Israelites, that's a hate doctrine or fake false religion or whatever, false prophets. They don't believe in prophecy. They don't even believe in the book, They don't believe in the Bible. They've created this space in their hearts for themselves, selfish lovers of themselves, create all these analogies and, worldly thoughts that justify the way, their own ways, You got heavy sodomy in this place. You got heavy adultery in this place, and those things are not addressed, And you'll have an adulterer, a sodomite, or a whore justifying themselves, and thinking that, oh well, I do this because of this, and nobody could tell me, nobody could judge me. The feeling feels right. Those are pleasures of the world. It tells you that in scriptures, man. They're burnt in their lust toward one another, man. Working with what is unseemly, So, these people are indulging in their own ways, lustful ways, pleasers of men, pleasing themselves instead of the Most High, So they're pretty much done, man, Wait a second. Yeah. There's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof the ways of death. Getting together with other religions, eating whatever you want to, seems right to them. Oh, God wouldn't care if I, who cares if we, eat? God is not concerned about that, concerned about, those are your actions. Those are the ways and your doings, It's like Most High give you a commandment, your Father give you a commandment, you go against that, no matter what you think about it, what you know about it, you ain't supposed to do it. And no questions, if ands or buts. You just do what he says, man. You know. But if you don't, destruction, man. And that's what these people are about to get. Destruction, man. You know, it's too much. Israel is doing a lot, of wickedness. You know, rebellious people. That's what it says in the scriptures. My people are rebellious, man. People are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. And they'll continue to do what they want to do, and to their own destruction. Even though it seems right. All this education BS, or you graduating and thinking that they better than you just because they got a damn degree from the so-called white man. Just because they live in a better place or in a better position. you know. So, that Mary thing. What did it say? Prosperity is a godliness. It's a saying that they said, man. Like, and it talks about that. Woe to them that think the godly gain is godliness. Paraphrasing. Godliness is gain. People are living by their riches, and they think that they, Most High is dealing with them just because they're rich, or just because they got a cool, setting with a family, or just because they have children. Well, God wouldn't destroy children. It says no one is born innocent. It says whoever perished being innocent. You don't know that seed coming through you, been hit before. So these people become proud up on the earth, man. Said pride could go before destruction. They think God thinks like them. And it tells you that the Most High's ways are not, man's ways are not the Most High's way. So that's why we have messengers, angels, dreams, visions from the Most High to be our guide. It says that in the scriptures too. He has our power, and he'll be our power and our guide, paraphrasing it, to death, not men. And these scriptures wasn't written by men for these, dumbasses, these bonehead people that live in America and all over the world. That think they're intelligent and wise to know their own ways. And that's a problem, man. Because the Most High got everything written in these scriptures. That's a problem. They're gonna find out, because the prophecies are coming to pass. No book has ever been of prophecies. Speaking of the prophets that was sent by the Most High, but the Bible. Accurate. On point. Powerful. Speaking the end of the world. Speaking about the wicked people. Thinking about it. Speaking about chosen people. These Christians don't talk about a chosen people. They don't talk about elect. They don't talk about the end of the world. They were groomed and grown from these philosophies of America, these analogies, their own sayings, their own doings, and thinking is right, and thinking God is pleased with that. They don't know the Most High, and it says that in the scriptures. They don't know the Most High. If they did, they wouldn't think how they think. They would know that it's a scripture more than one scripture that says God, the Most High, kill and He makes alive. He wounds and He heals. He does all those things. They think it's evil, when Most High say He create evil. But they'll say it's the devil all day. No, it's the Most High. And they don't want to give Most High His credit is due, for being the God of all gods, sending His holy people into the world to, condemn this world, and to justify the saints, His holy people. So they're going to continue to do what they do. Like the scriptures say, the wicked going to continue to be wicked, the unjust, And they're not living by, these Christians are not living by their faith, man. They don't have any faith. Faith is a gift. You don't just wake up and get faith. You can't go to a grocery store and buy faith, So these people are done, man. We always say missile food. And no matter how you put it, or what way they try to continue to live in their own ways of life, patterns in which they put their steps, building up on this place, thinking that, well, generation, looking 50 years into the future, they're done, man. Because it says to everything that has a beginning, it has an end, and the end is manifest. These people think this America is going to go on forever, like, just because they want to see their selfish ways and their thoughts. They want to see their children grow up. They don't care about these other children. They don't care about the earth itself. They care about their own little neighborhood, their block, their house, and their own children, which is going to be, in the line of judgment when all this hell breaks loose, man. Especially when America gets destroyed. A lot of people think America's going to prosper and flourish, but yet they're moving into AI and moving into Neuralink, where they're trying to make people into them cyborgs. But they'll live in a world like that, and try to look toward the future with that, instead of believing that the wicked is going to be brought down. So these people are done, man. Missile food, man. Is what we called them, and we call them still today, But anyway, I think that's it, man. Hope it was edifying. To the next video. Shalom.